I'm going to walk through the Rheem RTGH Series 8.4 GPM natural gas tankless water heater and try to give you a clear picture of whether it's worth the money, how it fits into a real home, and what kind of buyer actually benefits from it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Most of the hesitation I hear from people isn't about the headline numbers 8.4 GPM, 0.93 UEF, 157,000 BTU. It's about the hidden parts of the purchase, the installation cost, the space it needs, and the fact that a tankless unit changes the way you think about hot water usage. In this review, I'll focus on those practical angles, because that's where the decision really gets made. First off, let's talk about the kind of household that usually reaches for a unit like this. The RTGH is designed for 3 to 4 simultaneous showers, which translates nicely to a family of 5 or 6, a multi-bathroom home, or a situation where you often have guests staying over. If you've ever stood in line for the shower while the kids are already in the bath, you'll appreciate that the water stays hot no matter how many fixtures are running at once. That endless hot water claim isn't just marketing fluff. With an 8.4 GPM flow, you can comfortably run a standard 2.5-minute shower at 90 F and still have enough heat left for a dishwasher cycle and a sink faucet. In my own testing, the heater kept the temperature steady even when I turned on the tub faucet mid-shower, something a typical storage tank would struggle with once the hot water is depleted. Now, the thing that makes this unit stand out is its condensing technology. A uniform energy factor of 0.93 puts it among the most efficient gas models on the market, and the condensing process recovers heat from the exhaust gases that would otherwise be lost. For a home that runs a lot of hot water, that translates into noticeable savings on the gas bill. Over a typical year, owners report a 1,015% reduction compared with an older, non-condensing tankless or a standard tank heater. It also means the unit emits ultra-low NOx, which is a win for anyone who cares about indoor air quality or lives in a community with strict emissions regulations. Let's get into the practicalities of getting this thing installed. Rheem explicitly recommends professional installation, and that's not just a sales line. The RTGH requires a proper gas line sized for 157,000 BTU, a dedicated venting system that can handle the condensate, and enough clearance around the unit for service access. If you're in a house that already has a gas water heater, the transition is relatively straightforward. You can use the existing vent, but you'll likely need a larger pipe to accommodate the higher flow. For a retrofit in a tight utility closet, you may run into space constraints. The unit is larger than a typical electric tankless model, and you need room for the condensate drain line as well. Those extra materials and the labor can push the total cost well above the $1,200 plus price tag you see on Amazon. It's a real trade-off. You're buying efficiency and endless hot water, but you're also paying for a professional that knows how to size the gas line, terminate the vent, and set up the digital temperature controller. Speaking of the controller, the digital LED display is a nice touch. It lets you set the output temperature in 1-degree increments, which is handy if you have kids who need a lower setting for safety or if you want to dial back a few degrees during the summer to save energy. The temperature stays stable even when the demand spikes, thanks to the rapid response gas valve. I noticed that the unit can be a little sensitive to sudden cold water shocks. For example, if you open a garden hose while a shower is running, the temperature dips a few degrees before the controller compensates. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to be aware of if you have a lot of outdoor water use while the indoor fixtures are active. One of the biggest concerns I've heard from potential buyers is the maintenance side. Condensing units produce acidic condensate that can corrode metal parts if it isn't drained correctly. Rheem includes a condensate drain kit, but you still need to schedule a yearly flush to prevent scale buildup, especially if you have hard water. The process